Hi everyone, this is Serena from Sun Moon Tarot 222. So I am coming on tonight to do a soulmate, divine partnership, twin flame reading, whatever that comes out in the cards. I just want to make two quick announcements before I jump right in. First, thank you so much to those who remember to like and subscribe and even dislike. I'm open to whatever type of feedback that you all want to provide, as long as it is not negative, as long as it's constructive and positive and encouraging and supportive. And you will know whether or not your comments are positive and constructive versus otherwise. Also, I want to let everybody know that I'm offering private readings for $11.11 per question. So if you would like to ask more than one question, then just multiply 1111 times that number, make a payment through my PayPal link provided in the description, and then email me your questions and anybody who you are inquiring about. Okay, so let me get right in. So I'm going to pull first a Universal Love Oracle card and an Angels and Ancestors Oracle card. I like pulling these overall themes to kind of go back to and kind of link the messages to. That's worked out pretty nicely when I've done it in the past, and so I'm just going to keep on doing that until I'm called to do something else, or guided to do something else rather. Okay, one Universal Love Oracle card. Beautiful. Meditation. Love it. Love it, love it. And we have Moon. Amazing. So take note of intuitive messages. So right away, so this is the Angels and Ancestors Oracle, a card from the Angels and Ancestors Oracle card deck from Kyle Gray, and this is the Universal Love. So another card that wanted to jump out actually is this Oracle card right here, wait for important information. So right away there's a strong message of sort of waiting, listening, a message that's coming across as this is not the time necessarily to take action, but really to sit back, wait for information, really go inside and listen to your intuition. We have two women here, or two figures on these cards. I mean, of course they're women, but that's not so important. It doesn't matter if you're a male or a female. But we have two images here where they both have their eyes closed. And these are all just very similar. So there's a message to whoever's listening and whoever this is resonating for, that there's something about really taking time to shut everything out, whatever that is, taking time to meditate, to calm yourself, and to go inside and to listen to your intuition, listen to your voice, listen to your higher self. So however your intuition or your intuitive messages come to you, this is a very, very strong message. And it's saying wait for important information and meditation as well. So I will read these messages later. I'll go further. I'll read the descriptions out of the book, but I do want to just jump into the messages regarding your divine partner, and also I will go into advice from Spirit. So I'm going to ask a series of questions. This will probably be a bit of a long reading because I just really feel like there's some important messages that are going to come out tonight. So I'm going to pull from a couple different decks to get a combination of what the energies are like. I'm going to put these off to the side so you can still sort of see them, but I want to use this background to like really display the tarot cards, and that's in the frame still, so you can definitely see that. So first what I want to pull is the shared energy between you and your divine partner, so whoever this might be. So shared energy, Spirit. What is a shared energy? We have the Star card. Okay, so there's something about this connection already that, you know, when I think of the Star card, John Holland brings out the theme of hope here, but I really think of exactly, so hope, wishing upon a star, knowing that something is divinely orchestrated, and guided, and also when we wish upon a star, we are letting all of the bad feelings or the negative feelings, you know, to kind of fall away about the situation. We're just focusing up on what is, what we're ultimately wishing and hoping out of the situation. Great. So, Spirit shared energy. We have Temperance now. So Temperance is about, you might be dealing with one or both of you might have Sagittarius in your chart, because this is a Sagittarius card. So this is about coming into balance, balancing the scales. These are both major arcana. These are both beautiful, very divine energies. And Temperance is also about waiting. And so waiting and healing. So something may have happened, something tumultuous or something like a disruption in the connection, something that jarred both of you. And so you might be dealing with some tough energies right now. And it's looking like you are both taking a step back, still having a lot of hope for the connection. Something about just like a knowing that the connection's not totally lost, but in a very positive way. So not like a desperate clinging on type of way, but like a very patiently waiting. And you could be like praying, and you could be really meditating and having this like energy of just like whatever happens will happen, because it's really in the stars. Okay, so what are some, I'm going to pull now from the Mystic Moon Oracle deck, and I'll pull a few cards from this deck, sorry. Okay, Spirit. So what's the shared energy in this connection for the listeners? So we have conclusion. Okay, so this, when we think about the word conclusion, we usually think, it's synonymous with ending. And when we think about endings, especially when it comes to our divine partnership, we, kind of associate that with something negative. But I'm not seeing that energy in this card. This conclusion card is like somebody has come to the conclusion of something very important about this connection. And the colors and like the brightness and the pink in the background, which looks like flower petals, and then there's like this stone heart and the key to the lock, but it's like the lock is on a heart, so it's like a key to your heart, or a key to their heart. There's something that it's you both are realizing that you're the key to each other's heart. Really. And what is like final about that is that what has come into conclusion is like that realization. You've come to the conclusion that you're the key to each other's heart. Okay, that took me a really long time to get there, but I just wanted to point out the energy of the card and point out that conclusion is not necessarily a negative thing, especially in this deck and this card in particular in the graphic. What's another message, Spirit? Okay. We have family. Wow. Okay, so I think there's a few messages here. So the first message that I'm hearing is that your partner, you could be thinking about having a family with each other. You may already have children with each other. You may that might be something that really is key in or critical in keeping kind of this bond together, but you're also divine partners. So regardless, you are each other's soul family. So one is that you actually have a family in the 3D together, you have children together, or you're thinking of each other as family, or that you want a family with one another. You might want to have kids eventually, and this is very much on both of your minds right now. And also I'm feeling like it's in your heart, like you're really, when you meet that person that you're so connected with on a soul level, you can already feel like they're your family, and then it's very easy to imagine having a family with this person and really creating a life. And family is about like creation and creating other beings out of coming together and creating this beautiful family unit out of the love that you share. That's really, really beautiful. What's another card, Spirit? And then we have pause. And we have like a similar energy, like a similar graphic in both of these. So these are just both silhouettes here. So there's something about family and then also this pause card. And like pause is also similar to like the temperance card and like the other cards that we have here, the oracle card, meditation, and moon, where the messages that these very strong messages, these major arcana, coming to this conclusion, realizing that you are each other's family on this deep, deep level, may be giving you both pause. And it's really something that you're like realizing, oh wow, this is big. This is really special. You actually might be having kids right now, and you might be building a family right now, but it's something that you're taking extremely seriously and to where you're sitting back and saying, well, this is very special. This is not something that I can take lightly. Maybe like other relationships, this is not something that I can just dismiss. I really, really have to be mindful about how I nurture and care for this connection, because this is like the real deal. And this is your shared energy, so you both could be feeling this way. That's really nice. Okay, so the next question I want to look at is, how does your person feel about you, the listener? So how does the person that you're watching for, as I drop all of my cards, how do they feel about you? So what is in their heart space? You, the listener. How do they feel this week or currently? How do they feel about you? Oh my gosh. Amazing. We have the star card again. So this is the shared energy, and this is also like, well, Spirit's like, my spirit guides have been pretty sassy lately. I've been also trying to connect with my higher self, and, you know, to be honest, I'm pretty sassy too, so that makes sense. If Temperance comes out, this is going to be really funny. Okay, so we have the Eight of Cups. Now, so we have the Star and we have the Eight of Cups. This really gives some context to these pause, messages of pause. Take note of intuitive messages, wait for important information, and meditation, because there's something that seems like the person you're watching for, your divine partner, is not completely ready to take action on. And so there's a feeling in their heart, and the way that they feel about you is that at this very moment, they may feel like at a distance from you, and that they're not necessarily ready to walk towards you, but more so they have to keep on exploring what it is that they want and need, maybe as just themselves. Maybe they have maybe they're in another relationship or have just gotten out of something, that all of these strong feelings that they're having, strong and deep feelings that they're having for you, are throwing them off a little bit. And we have a moon here, we have a moon here, and moon is for intuition, our shadows, things that we have yet to discover about ourselves and the way that we feel about certain things. And it looks like this person, while they do love you deeply, they have all of these cups of love for you, there's something that they're still seeking. Okay, so some Mystic Moon Oracle cards. So Spirit, clarify this Eight of Cups for us, please. This is Eight of Cups about for how they feel. Divine timing. So, like I was saying, there's this hope. There's this something that they don't want to let die completely in their connection and the way that they think about this connection in the future. There's still something that they're seeking and figuring out, and what they're really feeling, and it's all kind of, these are all connected very beautifully, is that it's just a matter of time. So this is divine timing. I don't know if I showed this to you, I can't remember. That it's there, the connection is there, their heart is in it, and it's a matter of time. It's just a matter of time. What else, Spirit? We have barrier. And we see this a lot in divine partnership readings. I haven't had anything come out yet to indicate twin flame or soulmate. Whatever the case, this is a strong divine partnership. You could be dealing with an Aquarius. That this is the Star card, which is the Aquarius, which is Aquarius energy, and then we have water, strong water energy here, which is Cancer, Pisces, and Scorpio, and we have the Moon, which is just very strong Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer energy as well, because it stands for kind of this deep, intuitive emotion that is sometimes like the most unknown or difficult to kind of decipher and explore. So we have Moon here too. So there's this deep knowing that, is very hopeful, and that, somebody is willing to kind of wait out, but there's this barrier. So what is this barrier about? lessons. Exactly. So along the lines of the Eight of Cups, your partner is still learning their lessons about, and that the lessons themselves are the fact that they haven't completely grown up yet, and not in the sense that they're not mature or they're not like adult, but they have some lessons to learn. I actually have become very clear about who I want my next partner to be. I say out loud that I want my next partner to have mastered some lessons, some major life lessons, because that will show kind of where they're at in their maturity level and what they're, and how they're able to view life. If you've mastered some lessons, then you're able to have a higher perspective. And you know, whether you're like a deeply spiritual person or not, that doesn't really matter, but have they gone through some challenges and adversity, and have they been successful? Have they come out on top? Okay, so it looks like they're still in this search, but they're very hopeful. And the search could be the barrier. There could be other barriers, but really what Spirit is saying is that the barrier is that they haven't completely learned their lessons yet, all of their lessons, and finished out a cycle. I'm going to pull one more card, actually. So what are these lessons about, Spirit? Action. Pulling one more card. And communication. So it looks like there's this desire to take action and to communicate. Rather, the lessons are about communication and taking action and going after what they believe. Okay, so what I'm hearing actually is that the barrier could be the lessons, and the lessons are about really coming into their own. I feel like this is like sword energy, like taking action, going going towards you, going towards like the hope and the light, going after what they want, but there's something that's holding them back from doing this. It could be honestly a self-worth issue. So, but this is how they feel towards you. Either they think that you're somebody who's like this free bird who like takes action and goes after what they want, and they honestly really admire this about you and they want to do the same thing. That's really kind of the story that I'm seeing here. Excuse me while I sip some water. That's really the story that I'm seeing with barrier, lessons, and communication and action. Maybe you're the one taking action and communicating, and they're wanting to do this too, and they have to come into that lesson. And then bringing it back to our theme, this is not necessarily the time to be taking action. This is a time to, and like, please put in the comments what you know about the moon cycles. I know a little bit, but I'm not, not enough to feel comfortable to regurgitate to you what, what part of the moon cycle we're in, but I do follow and I do my rituals and all of that with the guidance of my friends. But this is not the time to take action, although in their heart and how they feel, they really want to. They really also admire it about you, that you take action. So let's look at their challenges. What are their current challenges? So we saw just a little bit about what they might be dealing with, that there's some lessons, they want to take action, they see you taking action. What else can we learn about the type of challenges that they're experiencing in the connection right now? have two. I actually have three, but this is a lot. Just one. If those messages come out again, that will definitely be significant. What's one card, Spirit? Okay, two. Oh, we do have a repeating card. We actually have the Ace of Swords. So triumphant success. This is along the lines of, just as I was saying, the communication and the action card was sword energy, and the Ace of Swords really, really indicates that. And then we have firm foundation. So the message here is that the challenges that they're currently having with the connection is that although they do want to take action and really communicate about a new beginning, they're actually, there's something about the foundation that this partnership is built on that's not completely firm at the moment. They're challenged with the foundation of this partnership. They might think that it's not solid enough for them to communicate. Perhaps I'm also getting the message that it's not, for some reason, they're not feeling totally safe to communicate to you. Okay, so what is this Ace of Swords and foundation about? So that's also the Four of Pentacles. Oh my gosh, no way. We have the Four of Pentacles clarifying the Four of Pentacles. So John Holland, so this is a very significant message here. So John Holland points out that the Four of Pentacles is actually, it's about foundation, and then the Rider-Waite, it's really about keeping something close to the chest. So conserving, saving something, keeping something to themselves. So with this combination here, even though they're the same card, there's something about just not feeling ready to express something or share what is happening in their life with you, or not feeling like so that's one story, is that they're something is holding them back from sharing what is happening in their life. So you could really relate to that. Your counterpart might be very secretive. There might be some things that you just don't know that are going on. It's not the Seven of Swords, so it's not necessarily deceit, but they're not totally comfortable. This is their challenge. They're not totally comfortable with coming, sorry for the glare, they're not totally comfortable with speaking out and coming to you and taking action and declaring, what they want and building this firm foundation, or doing what needs to be done to create this firm foundation or reinforce it. And then another storyline here I'm hearing is that they might be in the material world, not ready, maybe financially. Maybe they don't have a stable living situation. Maybe they have roommates. Maybe they, live in a small room or something, and maybe they're not making a lot of money now, and they're having to really save, and they're wanting to build this foundation with you, but they're not ready yet. They're not ready in the material world, and they're also scared to talk to you about it. So there's a few things going on with your counterpart's energy here. So whatever resonates for you, you're the only one who will know that. But but it's just this energy of holding back. So what are some Mystic Moon Oracle cards that can clarify? Reinvention. Beautiful. So their challenge is that they are really trying to come into, they really want to be ready. but they're not quite ready yet. And when we think of reinvention, and there's this image of, like a power suit, more or less. They have a vision for who they want to be. They might really be dreaming about their success, but it's really in the dream stages. Like, there's nobody really in this suit yet, so they don't really fully see themselves in. And that's so interesting too, because we have sort of a nude silhouette here who's kind of lacking the foundation, and then we have this like empty suit. So like, this guy just needs to get in this suit and then he'll be ready to go. But maybe there's something that's just out of reach for your counterpart at the moment. They're just not feeling like they're the person that they need to be for you at the moment. Just another card, Spirit. Stuck. Okay, so I like to point out in this card that this image of the truck stuck in the mud it's very representative of, being stuck in the mud. So this is not necessarily stuck emotionally or spiritually. We saw how they feel about you on a spiritual level, that there are those 8 cups of love. There's that star card. There's, that shared energy between you that's so beautiful, but something in the material world is getting in the way, and it's really themselves. So what are they stuck about? Particularly in this dynamic, something that might be holding them back is they're almost stuck in their imagination and can't necessarily see how to make their dreams a reality. So this nostalgia card really is like a 6 of Cups type of energy, where they're thinking about you, because we have this grip on this heart-shaped necklace and this this red kind of coloring that really shows how tightly they're hanging on. It's another card of like holding on tightly to something. So they're not wanting to let the memories of you go, but this might be something that is really getting in the way of seeing something through with you in the material world. I want to clarify this. Spirit, how is nostalgia? What does this nostalgia mean for being stuck? We have lessons again. So, along the lines of reinvention and communication and taking action, they really need to step up to the plate. They really need to gain confidence. They need to get out of their head. They need to get this, if they can't get this, truck moving, they need to come up with a different plan. They need to get out of the truck. They need to get creative. And they need to figure out how to keep moving here. So what are these lessons? What kind of lessons are they learning? Bound. Okay, so this is like a devil energy. So something, they are definitely bound to something in the material world, and it could be that they are committed to something where they have to be present for that situation. So they could be bound to a karmic partner. They could be bound to a family situation. They could be bound by their finances. And they have all of these dreams. They're dreaming about you, and they are learning the lessons right now. They're very aware of what they have to do, but they're still bound. So, clarify bound, please. Refocus. Okay, so they're trying to get out of this energy. What's refocus about? They're trying to get unstuck. They're trying to unfreeze themselves, and it looks like they are successful with this. again, this isn't the time to necessarily take action, but the fact that we have reinvention and we have lessons and we have refocus here, this does indicate that, and we also have winter, and we're getting out of winter right now. So maybe it's just right now they are stuck, but once we get into spring and things start things start thawing and things become a little bit more alive and thriving in our environment, and the sun comes out. I mean, we have seasons here on the East Coast, so our sun is non-existent sometimes, but you all might have sun where you are, but there's something about, like, there's this bound energy, there's this this very strong Four of Pentacles energy, but there's also refocus, lessons, and reinvention. So they're learning something about being stuck, or from this stuckness. They're learning their lessons. They are. The cards are indicating that they're learning their lessons. Okay, so with these challenges and knowing how they feel about you, what do they want you to know? If they could say anything to you right now, just to tell you anything, Spirit, what would they say to the listener right now if they could express anything? Beautiful. Okay, we have the Five of Pentacles, which is a very different energy, flavor, whatever, what have you, in John Holland's deck. This is about financial and material changes. Exactly. So there's a very strong message here that your partner, the person that you're watching for, is not really in that great of a place financially and in the material world. They're bound to something in the material world that we've seen, and this has to do with changes that influence or that are really dictated by money, or money really dictates their life at this time. I'm really getting the message that they have to provide for somebody. They're taking care of other people right now, and that's why they have to go to work. Or they could be bound to, maybe they're, actually, no, that message is really not clear, actually. So, Spirit, what are these? Such, out of the Rider-Waite, what do they want the listener to know? What do they want? Page of Cups. So they want to tell you that they... I'm not laughing at you or at your partner. I think it's endearing, the energy that they're putting forth right now. And something is endearing and kind of sweet and innocent about the energy that they're giving off right now. So they're saying, like, genuinely, my darling, I have a lot of blockages and things that I'm dealing with in the material world, and this is Pisces energy with the little fish inside the cup, and I do want to give you my love, but I feel like so that I haven't gotten it to that point that I want to. Maybe they have this, I just got the message that maybe they have this belief system about who they have to be, especially if we're thinking about, and you know what's really calling to me is the divine masculine. So, or just, even if you're not a twin flame, just the divine masculine energy. I think we're all divine beings, so the divine masculine energy, they don't feel worthy is what I'm seeing. So since they don't have a firm foundation financially or in the material world, they think that their cup of love is just this little insignificant little cup. They want to give you more. They want to provide more for you. And so when they're in this stage that they're in, they don't feel like they're just at the Page of Cups. They're like, I have this little cup with this little bit of water and this little fish in it, and I have all this love for you, but I can't give you, I'm not ready to give you all of the love that I have yet. I'm just not ready. I'm also getting that it's like, it's not what they want it to look like, which, for a divine feminine, it's like, we don't care what it looks like. We just want to be with our divine masculine. But to them, it's not, if they're not ready, they're not ready. And actually, as a divine feminine, I don't totally feel ready financially. I made a huge career change, and I'm, I have all of these big dreams that are still dreams right now that are coming into fruition slowly, but I can kind of relate to the divine masculine or the masculine energy, because I assume that I think most of my listeners are feminine. So, Spirit, what do they want the listener to know currently? So they are balancing the scales, exactly. So if they could come to you now, they would, but there's something that they're trying to balance. And we see this with the Star card and the Temperance card, that you mean so much to them that they, with whatever the situation is right now, they're like, maybe I could figure something out. Maybe I do have a little offer. I am a page, even if it's just how I see myself at the moment. But like, balancing the scales is like, okay, I'm out of balance, but I do have a little bit. I do see how this could work now. Do you want them right now is the question. So what would they say to you? Okay, we have action again. So this is, pretty simple, I think. Once they balance the scales, once they feel more balanced with whatever is happening in their material existence, they want to take action. They will take action. We have inner child. Interesting. So they want to tell you that they're figuring things out. They want to take action. When I see inner child, I see it's similar to Page of Cups, where there's this maybe unaddressed obstacle of feeling small and unworthy and not completely ready and having learned all their lessons. So, clarify inner child, Spirit. Oh, we have reinvention again. We have so many repeated cards that this is crazy. So they could be doing some inner child shadow work right now. And the energy is that they want to take action, but they're really working on themselves. What else do they want to say to the listener, Spirit? Received. So this is saying that they understand where you're coming from. If you have been communicating and taking action and letting them know how you feel and where you stand, they're like, got it. And like the rest of these cards are saying like, yep, got it. I'm working on it. I'm figuring out how to make this work. I feel like a child, though. I feel like a page, my offer wouldn't be good enough. And I'm not totally ready. Wow. Okay. We have tribe. Interesting. So exactly, it very well could be that your partner is in another, just saw 4455 on the screen. Your partner is in another connection where they're having to stick with them because that's what they promised. That's what they're committed to doing. So this tribe card, the energy in this card is like, it's not like the family card. So family and tribe I think of as the same type, so the same energy, like the togetherness, like soul tribe, soul family. But there's this one elephant breaking away from the other two. So they're having to choose right now between who they promised to be with and who they've committed to in the material sense, but who they really feel like is their tribe, and that could be you. So they want to come towards you, they want to balance these scales. So Spirit, what else do they want to tell you? What else do they want to tell the listener? Observer. Wow, there's just, again, like this absence of, like, who am I? Who do I want to be when I grow up, right? There's this childish energy. There's the lessons card that came out twice. So who do I want to be when I grow up? How do I see myself? What am I to be learning right now? This is pretty tough energy. It's not necessarily ambivalent, but they're not necessarily in an empowered place. What's beautiful is that their feelings are definitely there, but it's not something that they can take action on right now, right? They're waiting. So you could be the one that Spirit is asking to wait for important information and to take note of intuitive messages. Maybe you're apart right now and they're so focused, your divine partner is so focused on their situation that the only way that you could really get information is like one, through readings, and then another way is through meditating and connecting to yourself and just waiting for this important information to come. If you're a twin flame, then they could be communicating to you telepathically. So what do they need from you? What do they need from the listener, Spirit? What do they need? Sacral chakra. Okay. So I am not a chakra expert. I will totally admit that. So I just want to read what John Holland has to say about the sacral chakra. So the sacral chakra is represented by the color orange. The sound to balance this chakra is Vam. So if you repeat Vam, 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 you can either balance your chakra or connect with your sacral chakra that way. Now I am a little bit versed on chakras because I am a certified yoga teacher and we go through studies that or practices that help balance and cleanse our chakras. But anyway, the element is water. The glands are the testicles and the ovaries. And the key words for this chakra are I want. Wow, beautiful. So known as the sacral chakra, the second chakra is located 2 fingers below the navel and relates to emotions, desires, creativity, and sexuality. Yes. To keep this chakra balanced and its energy flowing. Try dancing, moving your hips and lower abdomen. Use a color meditation and practice yoga. Express your sexuality and nurture yourself, and remember, you do matter. Wow, so what they need from you is to, one, I think the message is that they need you sexually, okay? They connect with you. They connect with you very strongly. They could be really on a sexual level. It doesn't have to be, but perhaps they when they are alone, they really feel you in their sacral chakra. Just saying. If they're your divine partner, then they're most likely extremely, passionate and sexually attracted to you. That's just something that comes with these types of connections. They could be saying that they, what they need from you is that they really, really want to connect with you this way, that they're feeling you in this way. They're feeling you in their sacral chakra, and they're saying that you're sexy. You're a sexy beast, and you should take care of yourself that way, and don't forget that you're desired in that way. Okay, let's another card here. So, what do they need from the listener spirit? What does the divine partner need from the listener? The star wanted to jump out again. Interesting. So we have the 9 of Swords. So what they need from you is to really, with the 9 of Swords, so this is dark night of the soul. This is staying up. This is worrying, losing sleep. This is anxiety. They're saying one of two things, or they're saying both of these. They're saying what they need you to understand is that there isn't a night that goes by that they don't think about you, and that they don't really worry about this connection, as if they don't take action and communicate, they may lose you. That's really what I'm hearing. And then also, this is another message that they don't want you to worry. So if this is your energy, they really don't want you to worry about this. They want you, and the star card almost came out again, so they want you to keep hope. They're trying to keep hope alive. I want one more card from Rider-Waite. So what do they need? They could be, at night something came out, and I'll show it. But at night this might be the time where they're really, really feeling you on this very passionate level, and that really keeps them up, and that's really hard for them to deal with. I know that that's one of the main times that I connect with my masculine, and sometimes it's completely out of the blue, and I just feel this strong energy, and it's very intense and often very sad, and it feels like very dark night of the soul. But it's something that we just have to be aware of. Like, is it our strong energy? Is it their strong energy? If you're twin flames, then you could really be mirroring this energy in each other, and it's tough. It's really tough energy. So we have the 7 of Pentacles. So what they need from you is your patience. They need for you to be patient with them, because they are planning, they're working, they're building up their wealth. They want to be ready in the material world. They want you to know that, similar to the other cards that were pulled, is that their material world and their finances is a challenge for them, and they need you to be patient, and they're being patient as well. Wow. Okay. So what are some messages, Mystic Moon Oracle messages, or cards rather? They want you to know that they need you to understand that what they're doing right now is settling. They know that you know this as well, and that you think this about them, but they don't want you to necessarily think of that, as a bad thing. It's just they're aware that you know that, and they know that they're settling. They're very aware of that right now. They're settling for their current life and their situation, and they're a little bit stuck, and they're unawakened. So the message I'm getting is that when they're so preoccupied with the goings on in the material world, that makes them drift away from the work, the spiritual work that they're doing. And maybe they're not thinking this, but they want you to know that perhaps that there's this want to go inside and figure out what the hell is getting in their way, and why they're not able to connect with you and just go towards this very emotionally and spiritually fulfilling connection. They're just saying that they're unawakened, and they really want you to understand that's where they're at. What else, Spirit? Wow. Okay. So what they need from you is to understand that they know, they want you to understand that they're aware that they're wearing a mask. They need for you to know that they want to take the mask off, but they don't really know how to at this time. What they need from you. They also want you to take your mask off, because that helps them take their mask off. Perhaps if there's something that you're not being completely honest with, then that's something that's holding them back as well. So what else do they need? We have another repeating card. We have received. So they need you to understand these messages. They need you to really listen to the things that they're trying to communicate with you. What is this received card about? What are they trying to... We have spring. Perhaps they're getting signs and messages that it's the divine timing, or the time to act, to take action on what they intuitively know and understand about what's happening. Maybe they're actively waiting until spring. Like they're holding back and they're waiting until spring. So what is this spring card about? Wow, so many repeated cards, and this is exactly what I was saying. So they're waiting for the time to take action. It's not right now. Perhaps it's spring. Perhaps it's a time where things are unfrozen and things just start warming up and blossoming. Something needs to blossom. So what's going to happen? Well, actually, I'm going to pull for action right now. So what is this divine timing? What is this about? Muse. So you inspire them. They need you to know that you inspire them, that they want to go towards this connection, but also they want you to keep going. They need you to keep doing what makes you happy and what makes you fulfilled and aligned, and really they'll follow you. That's just how twin flame relationships work too. So what is this Muse card about? We have big dreams. And this big dreams card is along the lines of the shared energy and how they feel about you, that there's just this deep knowing. We have 2 moons here. Like maybe they want you to keep dreaming and really listening for the messages that are coming to you in your dreams as well. That's a very strong message. So although they're a little bit frozen right now, they are sending you messages. So let's look at what action they may want to take within this next week. I mean, really, it doesn't look like this is the week for action, but let's take a look. Anyway, what action perhaps are they taking on any level or any realm? So what action will they be taking in the 3rd week of March here, Spirit? We have another deception and envy card. So they're going to keep on wearing their mask, or they may start to take off their mask. But like we saw in the previous question, that they're aware that you know that they're lying about how they really feel and about how perhaps reticent and like almost fearful in a way that to come towards you. So what is this deception and envy card about, Spirit? What is this deception and envy card about? Oh my goodness. We have, again, so many repeated cards. We have the High Priestess, and then we also have the 4 of Pentacles. Again, so they really, the action that they're going to take is they're going to go deep inside. They're going to explore their intuition, and they're going to still keep things close to the vest. So they might still be, they're just going to be in this dream state and, you know, feeling you on a very deep level. It might be their higher self that is communicating more so with giving you, more so than giving you any signs in the physical that they're moving towards you or this connection. So let's pull just a couple Mystic Moon cards, because this is pretty clear. So what action this week, Spirit? What action are they going to take this week? Wow. They're going to wait till spring. They're going to wait till spring. This is so many repeated cards. Like, this is, like, interesting. I am victim. This is similar to the 4 of Pentacles energy, and then the deception and envy energy. Right now they feel bound, they feel like a victim. They're not going to take any action, or they're going to continue to feel like a victim. Hopefully not feel like a victim in spring. We have another seasonal card. We have summer, and we have the material world. So what this is really saying is that they just need more time. They're just asking you, like, or just letting you know that, you know, maybe it'll be spring, maybe it'll be summer, but there's something that's happening in the material world. They want to have more money. So what is this material card about? Maybe they want to take action. Maybe they'll have more money in the summer. They'll feel like they have a better foundation in the summer. Again, reinvention. They just need more time to reinvent themselves. Wow, so interesting. Oh. Okay, so next we're going to pull advice for what should you do? What's the advice from Spirit for you while you wait, while you hang on? And again, I'm going to pull a few more things. So what should the listener do? What action should the listener take? Oh, 2. Beautiful. Okay, we have the 8 of Pentacles, so that's positive movement forward. So keep your head up, keep going, keep on focusing on you. And this is wisdom. This is the Hierophant. And John Holland brings out the concept of wisdom. So this is really do what you need to do to improve yourself. Perhaps delve into learning something that you've been wanting to learn, going after something that you've always wanted to do, get a new job that's like a stretch role that pushes you, that pushes you to grow professionally or, academically, anything, just keep on moving forward. Because if this is a divine partnership, they will follow you. And I'm not saying like this is, they're going to follow you and then, we did see a lot of seasonal cards, so spring and summer, they're like, just give me more time, just give me more time. But if you just keep on going, they're going to keep on going. You don't want to enable them to stay where they're at by staying where you're at, not giving them any reason to push forward. It's just creating kind of this spiritual momentum that when one person is improving themselves, the other person wants to do that as well. And I know that you feel that about your divine masculine, that you probably feel if they are your divine masculine, that they really inspire you to be a better person. And it's kind of an interesting, we won't get into that. It's an interesting dynamic when that happens. But what should the listener do, Spirit? Yes, exactly. Get into this Queen of Wands energy. So you could have fire in your chart, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. But Spirit is saying, do whatever you need to do to be a queen. In particular, the Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands is very attractive. So physically, she's ready. Physically, she's got it going on. That way she takes care of herself, she eats right, she exercises, and then also she is passionate, she's artistic, she's creative, and it's really just all about alignment. It's not saying like, oh, I'm going to lose all this weight because because I want to look like, another Queen of Wands. This is just doing it because it is good for you and it makes you feel good and in alignment. That's a message for me too. That's a message for all of us. I don't want to preach at you and say like you're not doing this and you have to do this, but it's really advice from Spirit saying get into your Queen of Wands energy. You can never be enough of a queen, honestly. It's another message. Spirit, what's another message for advice? Wow. Okay, we have the Devil. So, this is saying, Spirit is saying, you might need to address some codependency that you have. This might be seeking treatment. This is just addressing any type of addictive behavior. This could be a love addiction, sex addiction, food addiction, shopping, so materialism. This could be a substance of some sort. This is saying really focus on that. If that's not paid attention to, then you really can't get into the Queen of Wands energy if you're still bound. This also could be address the boundedness, this feeling of attachment that you have to your soul partner. So this could be your divine masculine. This could be a karmic that you're with, perhaps that you feel bound to. So once you unbind yourself, once you get out of that that energy, then your twin will follow, actually. So what else, Spirit? So this might be saying that recognize that you also might be the Page of Cups right now. So if you're really, and you know, I don't know if this is going to trigger somebody, you also might be a Pisces, but this is saying that recognize that there is still work that you need to do, and that there's something that you need to improve and get ready for as well. So if this is a message for perhaps the listeners right now, the group of you that are saying like, oh, it's just my divine masculine that has, you know, the issues. It's not me. It's all like, kind of saying like, I'm sitting here waiting, and I'm guilty of this too sometimes. Like, oh, if he asked me to marry him tomorrow, I would just do it. And you know, while that feeling is there, like, do I feel completely ready in all of my life circumstances, like in a well-rounded way? Not totally. Like, there's still things that there are projects that I have gotten off the ground, but I really need to get to like a more solid phase with them until I can feel proud enough to present it to my divine masculine and say like, look at what I've done, look at what I've accomplished, and I'm totally ready for this. So while before it was saying that the divine masculine or whoever your partner is the Page of Cups, this is also saying like, you're also the Page of Cups. Interesting. Okay. So what are some mystic moon oracle cards here? Self-worth. Okay. So these are all messages that you have to, there's something that you should be doing to improve yourself, gain more wisdom, gain more knowledge, get into that queen energy, unbind yourself, because it's this boundedness that is actually stemming from a self-worth issue. It's that anytime you see the devil, it's really that you're seeking something outside of yourself that will make you feel whole, when really the wholeness should come within. Because if you're whole within, then you don't need to bound yourself to anything in the outside world. We have healing. So there's healing that needs to be done. Keep on healing. And it's really mostly in this self-worth thing. And know that you're admired. Wow, this is such a beautiful message from Spirit. This is really beautiful advice, saying to you that regardless of how you feel about yourself, there is, and this is I think a message from your divine partner, and then even from, this could be ancestors and your angels. This could be, a message from that Spirit wants to give to you from your family and your friends, saying that you are admired, you are loved, and you are worth everything that you want. You deserve all of the beautiful and great things. And this is definitely a message for me too. So what's more advice here? Lessons. There's still lessons that you have to learn. And so keep going, keep on being open, and keep on healing. Keep on addressing your self-worth issues whenever that comes up. If you want to reach out to me for a reading to ask about your blocks and what major lessons that Spirit and your guides are trying to teach you right now, I love those readings. I really get into them. Spirit really gives me some beautiful messages when I tap into that energy. So please let me know. I'd love to work with you there. I think that's it for those cards. I want to pull some romance angel cards, and then I do want to read the messages attached to these cards here. So, Spirit, what are some romance angels? What do the romance angels have to say about this connection? What's the most important? Trust. This situation is calling for you to have faith. Always. Chemistry. There's a strong magnetic attraction here. Certainly. And, wow, very soon. And we saw this, so clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now. Beautiful. So, just from seeing the star cards pop out and seeing the Eight of Cups and seeing that your partner is on this journey to find themselves, and all of the repeated cards with divine timing and lessons, it's like deep down, if you're ever unsure about the connection, just listen. Just listen. Listen to your intuition about it. There's this deep sense that you'll feel if you're on the right track, and you should have faith and really trust that whatever is supposed to be will be. No doubt about it, there's a strong magnetic attraction here. And this is really a twin flame message card right here. And then very soon, this is not only very soon because we saw spring and summer in the cards, but this is very soon because this is a manifestation card that once you really decide, and it's not necessarily in just the material sense about what you want, but just what experiences do you want to have? How do you want to feel? How do you want to move through the world? And it'll come to you once you decide and get into a high vibration. Okay, so lastly, I'm going to read meditation from the Universal Love Oracle card. If you, or description book, if you want to click off now, no worries. But I'm just going to read these because these are all beautiful messages. Your soul is yearning to communicate with you. So sit quietly and listen. Let the light of your soul fill your heart and mind. Listen to the guidance that comes from within. Pay attention to your inner world and don't be distracted by what is going on outside of you. All you need is inside you and not outside of you. The outer world is full of distractions and illusions. In your inner world resides your truth. If you are struggling to find an answer or a solution to something, then still your mind through meditation, and soon all will become clear. Close your eyes, press your fingertips together, breathe slowly, and watch your thoughts come and go, like clouds drifting across the sky. Step back from your mind and observe its patterns and repetitions. Who is the driver? Who is the watcher? Breathe. Beautiful. So I'm going to read the moon card. Use your intuition, practice discernment, see through illusions and blockages. So it's another card about seeing through illusions and tapping into your intuition. And how do you do that? By meditating. Get really quiet. The moon is strongly associated with the divine feminine and the energy of receiving. If the sun is God, the moon is goddess, and so she offers a powerful energy of polarity and balance. She has a cyclic energy, and is therefore strongly connected to emotions, which often come and go in waves, and to somewhat interesting behavior. And so when the moon appears in a reading, you are often being told that not everything is as it seems. The moon has a dark side, just dark, not negative, and can show you what you've been kept in the dark about. Amazing. Lunar energies are surrounding your life, allowing you to understand what is standing in your way. Not everything is as it seems, and you're being guided to use your discernment. When the moon appears, intuitive or psychic urges are increased, so take note of any feelings arising at this time. They are messages from your soul and angels. The moon shines her light on all that has been kept in the dark, so ask yourself if you are avoiding anything or refusing to deal with something of importance. If so, it could be holding you in the shadows, when your destiny is to be in the light. If this card appears when you feel someone isn't being completely real with you, know that their intentions will be revealed to you. The moon has no secrets. She reveals all. So we saw the deception card come out twice in two different decks. So and we saw several moons come out. We saw really what the masculine seems to be, or your partner seems to be challenged with at this time. I didn't see deception in the Three of Swords sense, in the cheating sense. What really came out very strongly is that they're bound by the material world. They're bound by the obligations that they think that they have and that they're stuck in the material world. They don't have a lot of self-worth at the moment. It also is showing that you also have to work and learn your lessons in that way as well. When you do, you can help your partner rise out of whatever they're struggling with in that same way, but it really looks like they're struggling with not really feeling totally ready, and there's just so many things so many belief systems, especially for the masculine, that they may have to let fall away before they can come towards you. And who knows how long that's going to take. We did see, again, some seasons. We saw the energy of them wanting to be able to be ready to come forward, and there are changes that are being made in their material world right now, but the energy is that it's not time. And for either of you. Oracle, wait for important information. Be open and receptive to information. Gather facts so that you can make a decision that is in line with your integrity. The Oracle is the truth speaker and insight bringer. The ancestor who will be your best outspoken girlfriend, someone who will tell you exactly what you need to hear to move forward. In this deck, she is reminiscent of the Oracle of Delphi, a psychic priestess of ancient Greece who was able to receive information and make predictions. She holds a bowl that has sacred smoke rising out of it, bringing the message to look beyond all you can see and gather information in order to make an accurate evaluation of your current situation. Angels, ancestors, and the universe are speaking to you at this time, so look and listen for important conversations, signs, and messages that will point you in the right direction. You are being guided to wait for more information before making any fast moves, because at the moment you are letting your wants get in the way of your needs. This is an opportunity for you to see everything clearly at this time, but you will only be able to do so if you are willing to truly open your eyes. If you have been waiting for further information about a choice you have to make or action you have to take, don't take matters into your own hands, but let what needs to be revealed be revealed. Then you'll know what to do next. Angels are supporting you. trust them. Okay, so that is the message I have for you. On that note, there's many signs that came through this reading as well. So if you want to go back and look for those symbols, then definitely I hope you do that. And I really hope that this resonated with you. Leave comments, especially about what moon phase we're going into. I know that there's a full moon in Pisces that is coming, that is approaching. Please, I just don't pay attention to that stuff. I'm very busy. I want to know about it. I want to be able to memorize it and let you all know, but it's, something that, I have to get a grasp on and pay attention to and learn throughout my life. But nonetheless, I love you. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I will be hopefully finishing up the Zodiac twin flame readings. I have earth, air, and fire to do. I'm going out of town tomorrow, so I'll do my best to get those done before I go out of town. Okay, thank you. Have a beautiful day. Bye-bye.